All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So, a lot of interesting stories are happening right now in the transfer market. Of course, one man has already done his own early on, before anything started happening. Tolu Arokodare did his medical yesterday, and today we saw him sign the paper, 4-year deal with Wolverhampton Wanderers, and the club has also announced him on their official social media handle. So the next thing for this man is to travel home to Nigeria, where he's going to join the rest of the guys as they prepare for that match against Rwanda coming up later on the 6th this week. And then he has penned a very emotional message to his KLC Genk fans, in the club, his teammates, telling them how important his time at the club was and how much it really helped to develop him as a player and as a person. So that one is already done. Let's close that chapter. We still have a lot of players that we expect to move right now. Talking about the likes of Uche Santos and Samuel Chukwueze. There have been some positive talks in this one as well. Because Uche Santos has now done and passed his medical. That's the latest report on him. He has passed his medical and is expected to sign a 4-year deal, just like Tolu Arokodare. But his own will have an option for one extra year extension. And then, according to the reports, they want to arrange a private jet for him to fly from the UK to Nigeria, to join the national team. That's what Crystal Palace are ready to do for this man right now. And as it stands, it's looking very nice. It's just remaining for we to see him getting uh, announced by the club and wearing the shirt and all of that media things. That's what is remaining for we to see with this man at this point. And then it's almost the same for Samuel Chukwueze because he's also done everything. Medical has been done, completed. He passed it, and then it's a 100% agreement between both clubs. Uh, his own is a loan move, as I said before, and it's going to be with a compulsory term to sign him after the end of the season. So that's also what's happening on Chukwueze's front. We expect the announcement to be made any moment from now, like Uche Santos' own. And then we have Victor Boniface is surprisingly edging very, very close to joining Werder Bremen right now as we speak. And the report is that Boniface has even done his medical for Werder Bremen and he has passed it, unlike the medical that we saw him do for AC Milan, whereby they rejected it after complaining about his knee. So this time around, Boniface has passed his medical with Werder Bremen, and he has said yes, that he wants to join the club, you know. But it's going to be a loan move for him with an option to buy. That is what Bayern Leverkusen are willing to do right at this point. So everything is almost done. It's just remaining signature and then announcement for Victor Boniface. Of course, his coach in the Leverkusen side had been fired last couple of hours. I'm talking about Eric Ten Hag. And I actually thought Victor Boniface might be willing to stay again to see if he's going to be ranked up the pecking order in terms of the striking department, because now that there's going to be a new coach, uh, he might have a chance, a fresh start with all of the other people. They will be on equal ground, to drag for Jesse. But apparently, he wants a move outside of that club. But let's move on, guys. We still have Ademola Lukman, who is still waiting for what's going to happen right now between Atlanta and a bunch of clubs who are talking about the possibility of signing him. Lukman is still waiting, so that means that his traveling may not happen today. He's traveling to join the guys in camp may not happen today. And then we have the likes of Rafael Onyedika, who is edging close to joining entering Frankfurt in the German league from Club Brugge. They are actually trying to get him on loan for 2 million euros, but Club Brugge are not interested in that deal. They actually want to sell him, on a permanent basis for around 18 million euros. So that might not work out today, but keep our fingers crossed and see what happens at the end of the day. And then aside from that, Siridesas is also very close to joining Panathinaikos. He has traveled to the Greece city where he's going to finalize everything and sign his signature to join the club from Rangers Football Club of Scotland. So we have a whole lot of Nigerian players that we expect to move today, which is why I think uh, coming to camp, we might just see a little bit of delay in terms of all of our players that we expect to show up because majority of them, half of them, if not more, are involved in transfer situation right now. Sadiq Umar is also someone that could make a move right now from Real Sociedad, although he's not in the list in the final. It's just like Victor Boniface, but he's also expected to move. But the idea is that he still might move right now. Tawa Awoni is also someone that might actually move from Nottingham Forest because he has fallen down the pecking order in Nuno Espirito's rankings of striker for Nottingham Forest. So he could also still move this transfer deadline day. So that's what's happening. A whole lot of interesting stories will still be coming out of the transfer market concerning our players. And then back to the camp. Of course, we already have like three people who showed up first in camp. Talking about the likes of Inamchis Ekong, likes of Bruno Nyemechi and Amos Obasogie. And then we had one other man joining to the camp. We're talking about Felix Agu. He also joined the guys to make them four in total. And then the coaching staff alongside Coach Eric Shell have also reported to have landed in Uyo. So the camp is looking very nice now. It's looking in shape, and very soon we're going to start to see a lot of activities happening there. And speaking of the camp, of course, we have these two games very important. First against Rwanda on the 6th, and then on the 9th, we have against South Africa. These two games are vital. We have to win these games. I keep saying it, we have to really win these games to increase our chances of qualifying. And speaking of qualification, one man has come out to to say that, in fact, if the Super Eagles doesn't qualify to the World Cup in 2026, that he doesn't see any reason to go further or go ahead with the current NFF leaders. He believes that if we can't qualify for the second time in a row to the World Cup, then they should relieve all of them of their duties. They should fire them and look for new guys or new officials who can actually get the job done, because he believes that failure to qualify to the World Cup back to back is a big enough failure to actually warrant them to be fired, because in his word he said that it shows that our football is going backward. It shows that there's no improvement whatsoever in the last 8 years, you know, in terms of our football from the administration that was actually in charge of it. So this is what he's saying, and this man is no stranger. Sunday Oliseh, the legend of the game, Super Eagles legend. This is what he has now told Be Life as part of his take on the matter right now. He believes that the coach is not the only one that has the responsibility or that should take the fault for it. Not just the coach, not just the players, but if it gets to that point, then the NFF should also be responsible to be asked questions and possibly fired and move on, to people that can actually get the job done. So in Sunday Ulysses' own words, he said, if Nigeria does not qualify for back-to-back World Cups and the people running the football do not work, let's not forget every time you fail to qualify for the World Cup, your football goes back 8 years. So that is what he said. He said that we are regressing, if we anytime we fail to qualify, we are regressing. So that means if we don't qualify for two back-to-backs, then we are regressing like 16 years back, because he said one World Cup means is like 8 years backward. That is what the man is saying. Do you think that Sunday Oliseh has a point here? Should we let go of the NFF, current leaders of the NFF, if unfortunately, God forbid, the Super Eagles fail to qualify to the World Cup 2026? Let me know your thought, guys. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more updates.